Well, we're here at the 6 Mile Creek.
Come on, look.
And we're looking at tracks here. And as you can see, we've got some tracks with 3 toes. And look here closely, they're webbed.
Oh, dang it.
Okay, you can see that there is kind of a slight line there. These are smaller over here. They're birds, okay? So the webbed feet are probably a duck of some kind. They're pretty small webbed feet. And then these really tiny ones that are not webbed, I would guess would be a little sandpiper. We saw another interesting track in this direction. I'll take you this way to this one. And I believe these are river otter tracks that we have here. They have claws and they're webbed. Okay, these are really good ones too, right here.
Show them that.
River otter. Okay, webbed feet help them to swim. We used to have river otters years ago, and they ended up becoming extirpated in Iowa, which means gone from the state due to trapping and habitat loss. And this was before there were laws on how many you could trap. And then we did a trade with another state, and we ended up getting otters to reintroduce in Iowa. And the reintroduction program, I believe, started in 1994. And now we have quite a few river otters. And the Big Sioux River at Haywarden, we've had a family living there for a couple years. So it's fun to see it in 6 Mile Creek. We have a bone here. And this was washed up, I'm sure, from this creek, as we've had some flooding here recently. And not sure, possibly a young deer. It's a leg bone for sure.
Mom.
Possibly from a young deer. Okay, we've got some gloppy mud.
Shelby mud.
And some sand.
And some mud shoes.
Because of the density of the soil, they are in layers. So the mud is in kind of a strip, but above the mud is the sand here. Okay. And sand is simply just rocks, weathered. Nice.
Cool. It's like shimmering.
We should be making mud pies today.
Ooh, I'm gonna start one.
All right, she's gonna start them.
Start what? What?
Mud pie?
Yeah. How?
Okay, let's look at the bank across here while she's making a mud pie. You can see that this is last year's corn, and this farmer left the residue. That means the corn stalks on the field. That's good. It helps to hold the soil. But because of our flooding and the direction of the water, that's on the outside of the turn that the creek makes, see? And then it cuts into the bank. The best way we've seen to control this is to have either riprap along, which is rocks along the bank, to stop that erosion. Or also there's some riparian buffers. Riparian simply means water, and buffer would be plants along the water. Not the kind that you would harvest, not corn, but prairie grass, because it has such long roots. If you can see sticking out of the bank some of those roots, that helps to hold the soil, but we need way more roots than that. Okay? Prairie grasses can have roots 15 feet down into the ground. That would be really nice here. All right, let's see how we're doing with our mud pie. How's it going? What flavor is it?
Chocolate.
Chocolate,
Brown,
of
I
course.
guess.
All right, and is it ready, or does it have to cook more? Cook a little bit more. We grew up making mud pies. Little sugar on top. Powdered sugar is good. If your parents have old muffin pans or old spoons and such that they don't mind you using for your mud kitchen. That is a lot of fun to play with the mud and use it for different things to cook for your family. Pretend cook, please. Don't actually bring it in the house. All right, we're going to wrap it up today. Thanks for joining Shelby and I again, and we'll see you next time.